We try to get the business out of the way right up front, so please like, comment, subscribe, call your mama, share. And if you want to support the show, you can go to Cash App. Dollar sign, can I get my loot? Once again, you can go to Cash App. Dollar sign, can I get my loot? Let's get to it. Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears have finally released statements. Ari Spears did so on his podcast. Tiffany Haddish through an attorney or, through Twitter or whatever. But let's talk about this. I've seen the video. I've heard the statements. And Tiffany is saying, she regrets acting in this video. So what do you guys say about that? Yeah, I mean, she regrets acting. Not that she got caught doing some crazy, crazy, crazy shit, but she regrets acting in this video.
So she's regretting acting in this video, but under what circumstances was it ever okay?
I mean, that is the question. That's what we're here to discuss. It's like, let's start with the statement. Why don't you go ahead and read Tiffany Haddish's statement?
I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, because there's an ongoing legal case, there's very little that I can say right now. But clearly, while this sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all. And I deeply regret having agreed to act in it. I really look forward to being able to share a lot more about this situation as soon as I can.
Okay.
So what apology, where was the genuine apology in that?
She regrets acting in it as if someone paid her to act in a video that she did not really want to participate in. Now, I don't know how you even do something like that when you're using your friend's kids without permission. Like, how is it that you regret acting in a video where you actively participated in the creating of that video?
So she regrets acting in a video, but if she wasn't in a video, is this acceptable behavior? So she cool with it? She just regrets, quote unquote, acting in the video. Is this who she is in real life? She messing with little kids like this, teaching 14-year-olds how to perform oral sex. Again, in what scenario is that acceptable? Whether you are acting or not, where are your moral values? Where does this kick in at? That this is a kid.
And then, right, if someone cuts you a check and say, I expect for you to do this, I expect for you to do that, at what point do you say money's not enough? Like, I know a lot of people do a lot of things for money, but at what point do you say, yo, I ain't doing that?
It seems like in some cases people get this money and those morals, those values, it just goes out the window. It's like money can literally change people and make them be crazy. Look at a lot of things that the celebrities encounter or in celebrities' kids go through. The craziness where me and you could look at like, well, if I had that type of money, this wouldn't be an issue. I wouldn't be doing this or that, but they do. So does money genuinely change people? Was this Tiffany Haddish before she got money?
No.
Or Tiffany Haddish after she got money?
This is definitely the Tiffany Haddish who has been photographed with Oprah, who has been photographed with Kevin Hart, who has been photographed with what's his name from Benjamin Buttons, the big time Brad Pitt. I mean, she is tied in. She's not there yet, but she is tied in with some major names and some major brands.
Agreed.
Where it's just like you wonder if there is a cover up. Like, are these people in Hollywood like, yo, don't talk about that. Don't discuss that because that's like, we got a lot invested in this. And so you don't see it on a lot of the mainstream media, but it's on fire on the internet. So to me, the only thing she regrets is from what I can tell from that statement is she regrets being caught. That's what I see. Mm-hmm. Is she regrets being caught because even when, and what I hate to hear is when someone gets caught and then they say, well, because there's an ongoing legal case, I can't speak on it. Let me tell you something. If someone accuses me of molesting a child, there is no attorney who can say, don't say nothing just yet. Like, you're not going to be able to do that to me. Like, this is my name, my credibility. This is everything. Molesting a child? Now, I've seen the video. There is no physical molestation in the video, but it is definitely, at the very minimum, it's distasteful. It's enough to see and say, yo, I'm not participating in nothing like that. That's bullshit. Like, I'm not doing that.
So, why is this raising flags now? Because this is not a new video. This video didn't just
It came out in 2018, right?
So, going back to your comment about whether or not this is a cover-up, somebody saw that video.
Well, at the very least, we know Funny or Die, the website, we know they saw it because they took it down. They said it was disgusting and they took it down in 2018. So how is it that she is this big, huge Hollywood star now and we're just now finding out about it?
So is it somebody at Funny or Die? Is it the kid's mother, as it seems, who Ari Spears is leading to, that this is now an extortion attempt? Is there some support in that because this happened in 2018? It's now 2022. Why is this resurfacing now?
You know what? That's bullshit. Because how is this an extortion attempt? No, this is a legitimate claim. They're being sued for legitimate reasons. You took someone else's children and put them in a sexually, at the very least, suggestive position. And this is someone else's children. And then you did not get permission from the parent to do so. So what are they talking about? Like, I'm not cutting anybody no slack. Black man, black woman, if you wrong, you are wrong. So I Tiffany Haddish to me, I would give Ari Spears more credit for coming out at least on a podcast and saying something, but she hasn't shown her face since this news dropped. So she's getting advice from lawyers to lay low, from her publicist, lay low, let us handle this, but it's not a good look. And we're not going to let up off of it. We're going to keep covering this until the media covers it because it's important. Because it's been stated and people feel this way. That Hollywood, in the same way with politicians. Same thing going on with Trump. The Republicans, they cover their own. Hollywood, they cover their own. And so now there's a lot of money invested in Tiffany Haddish. And there's a lot of big, powerful, important people who are wrapped up in the Tiffany Haddish brand, body of work.
Yeah. So now, are we waiting for Kevin Hart? Are we waiting for Oprah Winfrey? Are we waiting for Brad Pitt? Who else we need to speak out about this?
There's nobody. Listen, we need media.
Because if they don't speak out, does that mean they're still supporting her in this act?
If that's a question, I would say yes. You know why? Because there is no way a big important star can do something like this, and you, as a Oprah Winfrey or Kevin Hart, and you're like two of the biggest, most influential people in Hollywood, you don't have a statement on it. Why don't you have a statement on something like this? Everybody's got a statement about R. Kelly. Oprah had a statement about when Chris Brown whooped Rihanna's ass. So why is everybody quiet on Tiffany Haddish? Because she's a successful black woman. Let me tell you something. Black women can be just as dirty, and they beat R. Kelly to death. They beat him to death. They had a Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels literally had a show where he spoke truth and they celebrated when he died. So, I mean, I don't know why. Anyways, I don't know. Yes, there's a cover-up. There's definitely a cover-up. People are losing. People are bleeding money right now, and they're trying to figure out how to stop it. That's how I feel.
So it'll be interesting, honestly, to see how all of this unfolds, who comes forward, who this anonymous woman is that is now presented this, that's quote-unquote trying to extort money. But this ain't the first time this has happened either.
You know what? I don't even need to see or know who the woman is. I've seen the video. I tried to watch it at the very least. I shut it off. I don't think I got a minute into it. I shut it off. So to me, that doesn't matter. To me, what matters is you have a black woman who's a huge figure in Hollywood right now, and Ari Spears. Honestly, his career, this might even help his career because his career is in the dump. I wouldn't be surprised if Ari Spears re-released this video. Both of them at their ages, even when they did this video, they knew better. There should have been someone who said this is a bad look, and you don't need to be involved in this.
So from what angle do you think it was coming across as being comedic? And the reason I'm asking this is because oftentimes we hear or we've experienced things within the black family where there has been instances such as Uncle so-and-so or Aunt so-and-so molesting kids or doing things that they shouldn't. Do they think that's where the comedy came in? Although this is not a laughing matter and it's very serious, do you think they were trying to resort back to something that maybe some black people or other ethnicities can relate to, because things like this have happened in the family? Because at some point, again, somebody thought this was comedy, but it's sick.
Yeah, but listen, family is family, and we deal with family the way we deal with family. But when you choose to put yourself out there, you're a politician, you're an actor, you're a comedian, you're saying, I want to be famous. You don't want to just be rich, you want to be famous as well. And there's certain things that come along, I feel like come along with fame, which means you got to be able to stand under that microscope, under that magnifying glass, and your integrity has to be intact. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're opening yourself up for people to go dig into your personal life. Now, if you talked about my Uncle Willie or my Uncle Charlie and it's unwarranted and you just threw that onto the internet, that's something different. That's family. I'm not a celebrity. You understand what I'm saying? So to me, when you put yourself out there, when you ask for the fame and the fortune, it's an issue. And you should not be upset when you get a fan base and they start wanting to know more about you. It's going to happen. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment. We'll keep an eye on this and just keep listening and supporting the show. And we're going to give you the real. All right.
Damn, that show got bodies.